Welcome back. It's another PO or Go today, and this time it's
Sideshow edition.
Alright guys, so today we're doing Sideshow edition, and we're going to do all of the new releases that we haven't covered before, because we have covered a couple before, so this one's going to be a shorter one because there's only 3 instead of 4 in this one. But we kind of covered all the other ones, so we have to hit these 3.
Yeah, we're always going to hit Sideshow. We're Sideshow fans. I think right now that they are really killing it.
Yeah.
Definitely worth a look and check them out. So we're going to start off with the Riddler, and this is one of Molly's favorite DC villains.
So the Riddler is probably my favorite DC character ever. I really like this one. It's $745, so...
Don't know the edition size yet.
Right.
And there's only one version, so there's no
There's
deluxe.
no anything, and it's almost 20 inches tall, which is kind of giant. Like, in my mind, like, I think that's pretty big for a statue. When I first saw this one, I couldn't really decide if I liked it or not. I think it goes more for, like, the video game comic book look than I would say any of the movies. Obviously, we've had some interesting Riddlers in the movies. I don't know if any of them have been fantastic since, like, Frank Gorshin back in the 60s, so I'm not a huge movie Riddler fan, but I do like the outfit. I like the base. Yeah, I like it. I do like it. What do you think?
Yeah, it definitely looks more like the Arkham Asylum.
That's what like the Arkham games from Batman. That's kind of what I
kind of that look. He's sitting on a bomb, which is questionable.
Right, I don't know if I would be doing that.
But with the cards, and like I said, it's very Arkham because you can find the little Riddler lights and Riddler. Yeah, so. I mean, I think it's a good one. I'm not sure it's just an automatic slam dunk.
Yeah, I think as much as I love the Riddler, I definitely think that there's other Batman villain statues that I like better. Like when you go into like the Bane and the Scarecrows. Like I think there's better ones out there if I was gonna get a Batman villain as a statue than this one.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough one because he's not a physical guy. No. He's not going to be an imposing, so he's just going to be kind of a wiry, scrawny guy.
Yeah. I see a lot of them that, you're starting to get more like thrones and more things like that. And I think I would like it better almost if it was kind of a throne kind of thing.
Well, this basically is a throne.
This is close.
This is all 3 of these today are essentially throne pieces.
To me, this one doesn't give me the vibe, I guess, of it.
You don't think a 10 barrels is
right?
The thing?
It's just it's not quite what I want out of a Riddler statue, and I feel like eventually I'm gonna have one that I really, really love, and I don't know that I want to spend the money on this one right now. Instead of just waiting for one I like better.
Well, we are getting one Batman statue. So we do need a couple of things to kind of go with.
But I think today I'm gonna have to pass on this one for now. I might come back to it later, but I think for now this one is gonna be a pass for me.
Okay, so this one's gonna be a go.
This is a go.
Okay.
We're starting out on a negative note, but it's okay.
I don't think that's a negative. I mean,
I really like it. It's just not my favorite.
Well, once again, when you're talking $800,000, you're not going to buy. Well, we're not going to buy everything, and these are going for our collection.
Right.
So next, we're going to look at the one that just got announced for pre-orders, the John Constantine, the Hellblazer. So this is Canali and Villar and. I think they did a really, really nice job. Once again, it is a throne piece.
Yeah.
Just an unusual kind of throne piece. I do like that he's leaning back up against his own tombstone. And, he's always got the, I don't really give a crap. I'm just going to take a drink and throw a fireball. And
I got to say with this one, I do really like the base on this one. I think unlike the Riddler one that seems a little messy and dirty almost because it's a bomb and it's an old tin barrel. This one's very fun. It's, there's a lot of little pieces. I think I would be a little bit worried about them breaking. Anything with like any kind of tentacles or like snakes or anything, you're always kind of susceptible to shipping damage on them.
Sometimes they've done these in like a rubber style.
And we don't really know what this one is yet, but that was just the first thing I saw with these little like things sticking out of the side. I'm like, I wonder. I wonder if that would break off.
This one is kind of surprised me a little bit. I did not think that this one was going to be as elaborate as it is, because like the entire back of it is like highly detailed and sculpted.
It's kind of disappointing you can't see it from the angle.
Well, you're gonna have to kind of find a way to put it at a side or something so you can see that.
Because I mean, there's stuff all on the back, and there's stuff like you literally have an entire creature on the back of the tombstone that you can't even see.
A demon.
Because, I mean, he's in the front, So I think I love the attention to detail, but I think it's almost too much.
Well, maybe you put it on a spinner or something.
Right. If you put it on a spinner, maybe, I think there's just a lot going on for a statue that I don't feel like you would be able to pose where you can see everything.
I wonder if the very bottom where it has like the little hexagon, I wonder if that lights up. I can't really tell.
I could see that being a light up. Sideshow likes to make everything light up now, so I could see it for sure.
Well, it looks like you're going to have a little bit of light up maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure exactly how
Or
much.
light up in the fire too. That might be cool. Obviously, the hard thing is when these come straight from, just announced, is a lot of the details of it aren't announced yet, and it'll be a while before they do come out.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this one?
Well,
right now.
We have several different types of collections. So, we have a horror collection, and then we have, a fantasy. And then we have the superheroes. Right. And I feel like even though he's in the DC universe and he's the Hellblazer, I think this one's actually going to fit better with the horror.
I think so too.
Part. I think just having the little demon throne will fit in really well there. I think that's where it's going to go. Mm-hmm. And I think this is probably going to be a PO for us.
I agree.
Because of the horror nature of it.
There's not a whole lot of horror things out there, so when you find something cool like this, you kind of have to jump on it, or you miss out on a big piece from your collection.
Well, I would say if it was just him with a book and a fireball,
it wouldn't be as cool.
And that was it, I probably wouldn't get it.
But there's a lot of detail.
But the incorporation of everything else with it, I think, kind of sets it apart.
Yeah. Moving on, we're going to hit our last statue of the day.
Yes.
The one that I'm very excited about.
Yes.
This is literally, hasn't even been put up for pre-order yet.
Don't know how much it's going to cost.
Nope.
Don't know how many there are.
It's literally still, you have to RSVP to pre-order this statue, and it is the new Loki on the throne premium format.
Yes. All right.
We're done. Yep. No, this, guys.
Yes. Day one.
Yeah.
Day one for sure.
I love this statue. I love Loki. He's probably been my favorite character in Marvel. Switch up. Because I also, have studied quite a lot of mythology stuff, and just tying that into superheroes is always fun. Yeah. So Loki's been my favorite forever. And it's finally seeing a statue where he doesn't look super cartoony and weird.
Or like Tom Hiddleston.
No offense to Tom Hiddleston, but one that's comic book that doesn't look over the top and stupid. We finally got one.
I think this could fit into, this is actually going to be in our fantasy section to go with my Death Dealers. Because I think this is more of a mythology.
That's what it looks like.
You do have the Thor's hammer, you got Mjolnir there. I get that. But this is actually probably, to me, more of a mythology type piece.
I would say
that just happens to be a comic book character. But I love the snake throne. The hammer is a really nice touch. I mean, it's just, there is an exclusive version.
But we don't know what it's going to be.
Well, it's going to be a different head sculpt.
Yeah.
And so it said it's going to be a modern. I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but it doesn't matter.
My theory,
doesn't matter.
if we're thinking modern, and I'm going to put it out here now, is that it's going to have, like, obviously, I don't think the helmet is going to be involved. I think it's just going to be, like, with hair and maybe a crown, maybe something. But I don't think it's going to be a head sculpt with a helmet on it. I think that'll be what they mean by modern.
Well, I'm not sure what else you could do if he has the big mane.
Right. I don't think you're going to be able to throw in, like, long hair or anything with it. That's why I was thinking, like, the MCU Loki, I feel like that's kind of out when you think modern Loki just because of the fur. So my theory is just a version like this, just without the helmet.
Yeah.
Which will still be cool, but I'm gonna put the helmet on. Yeah, like, I gotta have the helmet on.
I think this, if you're a Loki fan through the years, that's not just a TV show. Then this is the one for you.
It's awesome. I love this one. Like you said, just the throne. It just finally, I feel like I've been waiting for a good Loki statue that wasn't Tom Hiddleston for so long. And then everything's like all that, like, really bright yellow, like,
and there's a ton of hot toys.
Yeah.
And they look good. I mean, the hot toys are nice, but I think this is just like a whole different feature, whole different thing. So
this one's gonna be up here.
Don't know how much it's gonna cost, but it doesn't matter.
We're getting it.
Yeah, we're gonna grab this day one.
All right, guys, those are our three. That was a pretty simple one.
I feel like we're buying a lot more than we used to.
I think so too. But you know what? People keep making better stuff than they used to, so you gotta buy it.
So I'm gonna start. All these comics are gonna have to start coming down so I can buy more statues.
But let us know if you're gonna get any of these. If you're excited about any of these, because they were literally just announced. Yeah. Let us know what you're gonna get. If you're gonna PO all of these, or if you're gonna pass on all of them. And we'll see you next time.